Hello everyone, this is another charts video. Today we're going to talk about why the prices for all the coins just dropped today and why some might have not done that and what that can show us. But mainly today we're going to talk about why XRP dropped, and we find the answer in the market cap, the total market cap of the cryptocurrency market. As you can see, we've overextended. We're currently overextended into the top of the Fibonacci retracement as we kind of look ahead towards the next wave up. When we look back in other bull cycles, when you look at the top of the Fibonacci extensions for the market cap, because the market cap behaves much like its own coin, we can go back to the 2017 market and get our Fibonacci retracement lines again for this to the bottom of the market. We can bring that 0.236 mark all the way up to the peak of the 2013 market, and we can see that there's always an overextension here. Now, even if you brought that down to here, which would probably actually be a bit more accurate to where we are today, you can see that ahead of big moves in the market, it always kind of reaches out. The total market cap always kind of reaches out and retests this area. This one did drop down to the Fibonacci retracement line here, which was basically around that capitulation phase for the kind of the lead up pump beforehand, before it then went on to an absolute tear of, what's that, 423% increase from the breakout moment. So I think in a lot of ways that's what we could be looking at, and this huge wick down could seriously be the same thing we saw in that last market where there was a bounce off the Fibonacci level. That could be what we saw here, and that could be enough to fulfill it. I would say that there is a chance that we head down to kind of the area where there was most resistance here moving up, which would probably be around this mark here, around another 10% drop in most coins. Maybe not though. This might not happen. It might bounce off this area where we are now, because this is kind of a key area for us right here, because we may very well turn this into a support and bounce off and head up on our tear to turn this complete market cap into kind of a $10 trillion market. Because we're in this capitulation phase here, and there was a big candlestick down today, we saw that across the markets. Yep, there's a big candlestick down there today for Bitcoin. There was, let's see, a nice big candle here. There was price movement today for Ethereum, and then obviously XRP was just kind of pushed out of this trend line that I talked about here. Now, interestingly enough, I did actually predict in a previous video that we'd be heading down very close to $1 in the coming days, and I called that about here. This was actually at the top of where this kind of bullish movement started happening. I said, there's a chance if we start going down, $1 is going to be that area where we meet some resistance. And well, my dollar target was right here, and we almost touched it. First of all, will we close below this line? If we do, then it could mean that we're continuing to head down. The stochastic RSI at the bottom here has just inflected down, so there could be another movement, much like we've seen here. It goes all the way to the bottom, comes up to a similar level, and then drops back down. And that could mean, big moves back down to kind of 88 cents, which would be a really, really good place to get some orders in. I would say maybe if you want to put some orders in at the 91 cent mark, just for any spare cash you might have, it might be a great place to pick up some XRP. But like I said in the previous video as well, if we draw from the top of this, this is how you measure the price movement on the breakout on the positive side. Let's place that right there. If it does break out to the upside, we're looking at almost a $3 XRP. And how exciting would that be? I did say also that I believe there's going to be news around the 7th of December. The charts are showing us that news is coming. As you can see here, just before the big move of the alt season in 2017, you can see that people were probably drawing their lines around kind of like this. Maybe they could have been as drastic as that. And obviously at that area, we know news comes around this area. No matter what way people were drawing their trend lines or support lines, news looked like it was coming here. As you can see, with these two trend lines, there was a convergence on the trend line, and look where the price made a movement, right on that convergence. It comes up, it hangs around this line as it struggles to get through, but once it does, you know, it absolutely goes. And so if we look at the kind of the price target from previous history, from the top down to the bottom, and we place that on the breakout, look how interesting that is. It goes right out to that breakout area and then continues that ridiculous move, which was also kind of fulfilling a Fibonacci retracement in and of itself. If we do the Fibonacci for the 2013 market and bring that to the bottom, we can see that the upper end of that Fibonacci retracement actually predicted the altcoin season. And more interesting is that if we bring this peak line, this one Fibonacci retracement, and drag it so the peak of the market was actually at the 0.236, that accurately predicted the top of XRP in its final bull run. So purely going by Fibonacci's and predicting a very predictable coin using the Fibonacci's, as it always has done in history, we know it breaks out at these moments. It breaks out right in this area. The chart is showing that news is coming, and we have quite easily a 1400% move to the upside waiting for us with a ultra bullish prediction, just like we did in the 2013-2017 markets, where we brought this Fibonacci line, the 0.236, to the peak of the market there. That gives us an ultra bullish prediction of price. We drag that up just the same. This is just repeating history here. We're looking at a $67 XRP. Now, I don't know how much your portfolio would be worth if it went up to $67. I know what mine would be. Obviously, I'd be taking the majority of my profits based on this Fibonacci chart. As it approaches this area, I'll keep some remaining just in case we do go on that absolute tear where all the banks adopt it and everyone's FOMOing in, and we do pump up to these levels. We can see that the stochastic RSI is at the bottom, which is always a good sign. The new moon phase started, so that is something that's also bullish for us. And the Fibonacci extensions using the history all line towards an absolute tear with XRP. Going back in time too, we can see that at the level of, from where we are right now, that brings us up to all-time highs. That's absolutely fine. And if we can expect something like the altcoin season from the last cycle, we are kind of looking at a breakout taking us all the way up to that mega top level. So this is kind of a confluence of information leading us to think that if we did have a repeat of what we saw here in the altcoin season in 2017, that we would be reaching these upper limits of even the bullish estimate. If we bring that back down to the original estimate, you can see that the last bull run's final peak actually matches up perfectly with the original Fibonacci extension. And to go further than that, if we take the bull run of 2013 in the winter and place that on the Fibonacci chart as well, you can see that we end up being brought up to a similar area, and actually where I might be taking the majority of my profits. So we've got two cases here for a XRP between $11 and $18, and one case if history repeated the altcoin season and the parabolic move we saw there, you know, $77 Ethereum, sorry, a $77 XRP is a possibility. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please consider subscribing. I do market updates all the time. I also do loads of news and life lessons about personal finance and cryptocurrency tips and tricks and whatnot. So if you are interested in having a look at that, I also have a challenge going on right now where I'm turning $100 into $23,000 using Sia Coin, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash, which has gone on a massive tear today. I bought it at this line here, and we have seen just today, since my purchase, a 27% increase, which I'm really happy about. I'm only selling once it gets to 500%, so that's all the way up here. So we're going to wait and see what Zcash does. Then we've got Dash as well, also going on a lovely little tear today. Neo dropped a little bit, but those 5 coins, check out the video if you want to see the details of the challenge, but with those 5 coins, I'm going to turn $100 into 23,000. If you want to stick around and see that, then please hit subscribe on my channel. It's right here, and turn the notifications on if you want to see my videos. As you can see, we're a massive channel, so let's grow that maybe, even by 1, please. Thank you.